Hi, Big Tractor Power fans. We're going to climb up in the cab of a John Deere R4045 sprayer. This is the largest rear boom sprayer available from John Deere. It's a pretty impressive machine with a 1,200-gallon tank and a 120-foot wide boom. We're going to see the operator's perspective of running a large machine like this, talk about its specifications, see how it is refilled between applications, and hear and see it at work out in the field. So I hope that you'll stay tuned to this video to see what it's like to run a big machine like this. As we get underway in this big sprayer, it is applying insecticide and herbicide to the winter wheat crop. It is applied in the early part of March as the crop starts to green up, and this helps ensure that the crop gets off to a good start in the early spring. It's applying 15 gallons of product per acre. The big 1,200-gallon tank allows this sprayer to cover 80 acres between fill-ups. There are a total of 3 of these R4045s running out in the field. They're impressive machines, and they can allow this farm to cover over 11,000 acres of wheat in about 3 days. Part of getting all that ground covered in a hurry is the ability of this big sprayer to run at 15 miles per hour across the field. Let's take a look at the specifications of the R4045 sprayer. It's powered by a John Deere PowerTech PSS 9-point-liter 594 cubic inch engine. It's rated at 346 horsepower and has a power bulge up to 379 horsepower when it encounters tough conditions out in the field, such as a wet spot that it needs to power through. It holds 155 gallons of diesel fuel. It has a 1,200-gallon chemical tank, and it has those 120-foot booms. It relies on John Deere 6000 Green Star to auto-guide it across the field, and it has 10-foot section controls that allow the boom to shut off as it crosses areas that have already been sprayed. This machine weighs in at 36,080 pounds and comes with a price tag, according to JohnDeere.com, of $492,440. Now we're going to watch this machine get filled up for another 80 acres of application. We'll see a 6,000-gallon semi-truck pull up with a big tanker full of water, and then we'll see the insecticide and herbicide chemicals poured in and mixed into the tank. As we're waiting for the sprayer to fill up with 1,200 gallons of water from the semi-truck, we can take a look between the rows of winter wheat and see the weeds that are already popping up during the first week of March. This application is important to knock those competitors out and allow the winter wheat to reach its maximum potential and yield when it's harvested in early June. Now that the sprayer is filled up, it's time to go back to work. And this machine has a lot of work to do during the 2019 cropping season. This one sprayer will cover around 30,500 acres on its own, and that's times 3 machines on this farm. That's why the farm owns its sprayers, so they can get out there and apply products to get the maximum potential out of their crops right when it needs to be applied. The sprayer started out the year in January applying nitrogen to the wheat crop. It returns in late February, early March to make another application of herbicide and insecticide that we're seeing in this video. Then it turns right around almost in the same week and applies herbicide to all of the acres going into corn. Also in the month of March, it will continue spraying, applying a second pass of nitrogen over the wheat crop. Then in early May, it applies fungicide to the wheat crop. Also during that time period, it will apply herbicide to the new growing corn crop to knock out any new weeds in the field. Then in the month of June, after the wheat is harvested and soybeans are double cropped into the wheat stubble, it applies herbicide to knock out any summer weeds in the new bean crop. In the month of August, it goes back to the field and sprays fungicide over all the soybean acres. And that will wrap up the year for the sprayer until it returns to the field the next January. I hope you've enjoyed hearing and seeing this big John Deere R4045 sprayer at work on this Western Kentucky farm. This is part 1 of 2 videos where we're watching the insecticide and herbicide application in early March, and we're going to return and see the same sprayer in part 2 applying fungicide over the winter wheat crop just as it puts on its heads in early May and it's a month out from harvest. So stay tuned for that second video in this series. And if you'd like to see more videos like this one, consider subscribing to Big Tractor Power YouTube, where there are over 1,000 videos of farm machines in action. If you have any questions or thoughts about this video, please post them in the comment section below as I try to respond to every comment that is made. If you would like to see what is coming up next on Big Tractor Power YouTube, make sure to check out Big Tractor Power Instagram, where I share pictures and short video clips of what is currently being filmed in the field. As always, thank you for watching.